What's good, y'all? This is the real A-Town. Oh, sorry about that. This is the real A-Town coming here with another DB replay. This one is also going to have multiple, just like my most recent video. So this one is going to focus against Bystial Fiendsmith, and we're gonna pause here. I think I win the rock paper scissors. Yeah, I do. And I mean, I only have Fiendsmith cards in hand. Unfortunate, right? If I had Ice here, I mean, it would have been a lot better. Hell, even if I had what's his face, X, but he does have the droll. So this is post Suda finally. People are, maining droll, or at least were, to prepare against Mitsurugi, and of course playing Bystials makes that matchup way stronger. So my hand is just double track Baldrake, Valor, and cross out. This is before I ended up changing my deck to actually 40 cards and removing like the Lubellions, the Regain, and stuff like that. So yeah, let's proceed. I just go for tracked, grab Lurry, and then discard Lurry, and then he changed droll, and Lurry effect is special. And then I go Requiem effect, he goes Ash, and I cross out here because it's like I want to have the deity at the very least, right? So I do, and I go ahead and summon Lacrima dump, Engraver, and then I go Engraver. He does have a Saronir, and that immediately tells me that unless it's branded, it's probably Bystial Fiendsmith. So I just go for the Necroquip and pass. Now, I misplay here, but, I still did not realize what Necroquip could do here, so he discards Lubellion, grabs Druis Worm, and I could have either equipped it, which would be pointless because he can run that over, or I could have gotten a draw. I should have gotten the draw there. But, he goes Druis Worm to try to bait out my Lacrima. And so I chain it, and then he goes Magnamut on the Requiem, and I go, well, I don't want him to summon anything, but, I'm already down so many cards, and I don't have a second copy of Requiem yet here. So I am at the mercy of my, opponent's two Bystials, right? And whatever back row he has. But I think, maybe I can come back from this. I mean, I do have Bonfire, right? So I go for the Bonfire, grab Ice, and then I go normal summon Ice, I believe? No, he goes Druis first. Then I go normal summon Ice. Ice gets hit with the Droplet, and then Droplet sends the Druis, which ends up sending my Baldrake, and now I cannot make a Chaos Angel, and I just feel so bad after that. I decide not to use the track because even if I go for a, Link 2, I can't make SP live because I have no Link 1 for it. And I can't make the sequence because I don't have 3 Fiends in my graveyard, right? So that is a GG, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe my opponent is going to fumble. After all, this is low rated still, right? And so, you'll really start seeing good plays until like you're at 700, maybe 800 rated. So, as you'll see here, he fumbles game, and it's not even funny. He makes the princess for no reason here, in my opinion. And then he links off with the princess and the engraver instead of the Druis Worm to send the Ice Ryzeal, right? If he did that, we'll show you. So he goes and just makes the Desiree here, even if, like he could have gone harder. Like if I had Nib here, like he's cooked, right? I just don't get why he did that. But basically, right, what he should have done is link off Engraver and the Druis Worm for sequence, or he could have Engraver to equip the Requiem and then sent the Ice, and then that's 100% game. But he could have linked off with the Engraver and the Druis Worm effect, send Ryzeal, and then sequence, shuffle back 3 for the Desiree, and then Desiree plus the sequence to make Numday, and even if he wanted to keep the Druid Swarm, he could have Desiree, shuffled back sequence, right? But you know, that would have been 18, 25, that is 43, plus 28 is, I'm trying to do math, 71 plus 18 equals game, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I have something, but I draw a node, and even if I go node effect, he just negates with the Desiree, and plus he has 2 unknowns, and yeah, I was not about to continue, so we go ahead and we scoop it up. Now, for the second game, I don't know if he disconnected, but I discard Engraver, and he quits. So, I did message him, and I said, hey, buddy, you know, we had the second and third game, and he had Full O's, Ash, Imperm, plus Tract, so, I mean, I think he was good, low-key, but, you know, it is what it is. So, now we'll go on to the second match and the more real match against Crystron. So, I must be a god at winning rock, paper, scissors, because as you can see here, I won another one in a row. So, yeah, I am going first against Crystrons, and my opening hand is Valor, Lubellion, Ice, Node, and Fulos. My opponent has Ogre, Imperm, and then he has Inclusion, Smiger, and Foolish Burial. So this is the first time I go against Crystrons, but I do know that they like to banish from grave to activate effects, right? It wasn't until I actually play tested Crystrons that I learned what they did finally. So this was a learning experience for me. So I start with Ice, and he doesn't Imperm here. I guess the reasoning is if I'm playing Pure and I have extra extenders in hand, he gets punished. So, you know, I end up going for Ice and then grab Sword. Now I have infinite bodies, essentially, if he has any response. So, Lacrima sends the Engraver, and, you know, this is just basic plays to see if he has, what's his name, a Bystial. Now, from here, I discard the Lubellion to add Magnamut, and, you know, I get a draw, which ends up being regained. Sucks, but, you know, I cut this stuff way out of my deck, I believe, after a few more matches. Then I summon Sword, now that I set up the DDD, send Eclipse Twins. Now, you know, he ogres my duo drive, that's fine. You know, he imperms my node, and I'm like, you know, what can you do? And then I believe I summon Magnamut by banishing the Ogre so that I can go and shuffle, draw, and then grab a Baldrake in the end phase. And he's like, yo, why did you get that early? I was, you know, my mind was going a mile a minute. But yeah, so I end with DDD, which overall, pretty good in my opinion. This in defense, which is really only Bystial Baldrake bait, and if you're wondering why I attributed the Magnamut anyways to summon him, it's so I can summon back Magnamut if he normal summons or specials, right? So, you know, Bystialnomics 101. And yeah, he goes for Inclusion, grabs the Sulfador. Sulfador is going to use his effect, sending the Inclusion, and I negate with the DDD. From there, I banished the Eclipse Twins with the Baldrake because I think anything else that I banish is not very good. Oh, well, realistically, because I have Regain, this is probably the best thing to send so that I can resend it with X. So, yeah, because I get to shuffle it back with Regain. And I get it nice, not bad. Now, from here goes Clockwork Knight, and I don't have to banish that. You know, I'll banish anything else that's really relevant. And then he foolishes this Vern. And he gets to search a monster now and a spell trap with the Smiger Thisvern combo, right? He goes for the Sulfenir, and then I go DDD on the Sulfenir effect, discarding the Inclusion. Now he goes to special summon the, I think he put Sulfador, and this one on summon consent to, right? But not like it matters much, because I am just going to Valor. And if he kept going, I mean, I had Baldrake to banish, right? So that's if he summoned something from the extra deck. From here, my hand is Ice, Sword, Double Droll, Ash versus his Crossout, Valor, Lancia, Terratop, and Citri. Not a very good hand. I mean, the Terratop alone does make it pretty good, but The reason why they play Terratop is so that they can go for Cherubini, dump the Smiger, and then search for the inclusion, right? However, because I have double droll, that is never going to resolve. So we are going to start with, or at least they are going to start with the Terratop. And I don't Ash here, I just let it go because I have double droll. So if he has cross out or called by, I could resolve it anyways, right? And then he goes for SP after making the clockwork. I believe he can make clockwork here because, yeah, it's machine with 1,000 or less attack. So it's tech and top work that is linked first. And then he goes SP, banish the droll, pass. Now, I have in hand ice and sword, right? And I'm thinking, well, I don't want the SP to be alive. That's an interruption piece that I just don't want him to have. So I start off with the ice and just attack over without the effects. And then I special summon sword. Sword grabs me X. And then I go overlay for duo. He's like, oh, I'll just Veiler here. And I'm like, that's fine. I thrust for the imperm and then I pass. Yeah. I did that, and then I could have gone harder with X, but I didn't want to play into the, what's it called, Nibiru if he had one, and clearly he didn't, so he sets Citri pass, and then I'm free to, you know, begin. He Veilers again, and I'm like, that's fine. Send Eclipse Twins, grab sword, special summon sword, grab ice, and then, you know, overlay for Dweller. And the reason I make the Dweller is obviously so if he tries to trigger any Crystron monster in graveyard, I can preemptively stop that. And then I swing for 17 direct. Main phase 2, pass, I start draw phase, you know, Abyss Dweller, and then he has to set a Droll and Lockbird. But now, you know, I get to freely use my duo drive, searching me a copy of Node, searching me a copy of Ice, and then from here, normal summon Ice, special summon X, and I mean, he has to scoop it up here. So overall, unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he kept the Lancia in case he has to cross it out, and unfortunately, it looks like he drew it. It could have just been a one-of, but hey. These are the kind of things that you have to, you know, play around, unfortunately, because it's either Droll or Lancia that, you know, really messes that deck up. And if I was playing Malice and I wanted to side the Dimension Shifter, it'd be that as well. So, Crystron just not in a very good spot right now. It's not even a good rogue deck in my opinion because of this, but hey, it almost topped Orlando, right? So who knows? Maybe with some minor tweaks, this deck ends up becoming better, but I just don't see it doing that. So yeah, finally got to 199. Not the highest rating, but at the very least I was able to rank up, right? So I'll go ahead and post some more videos soon regarding my matches, and hopefully we get to see myself climb. I'm going to a regional this Saturday, so when I upload this, it'll be probably Friday night, maybe Saturday if I'm lazy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck, and if I scrub out, and you know, it happens, right? I'm just going to have to improve my gameplay. See you guys.